Imagine working underground for 12 hours a day, your lungs filled with dust, your body broken by labor only to discover your paycheck buys less today than it did in 1911. This isn't fiction. It's the reality for African miners right now, a direct consequence of historical crimes Europe still won't acknowledge. Our story begins at the Cape of Good Hope in 1652, where Dutch settlers first stepped onto African soil. Within 6 years, slave ships arrived. By 1806, British forces seized the colony where 30,000 enslaved Africans outnumbered 26,000 white settlers. The Masters and Servants Act of 1856 bound black workers to brutal contracts for over a century. But the violence wasn't just physical. Colonial armies systematically destroyed natural economies, replacing them with taxed peasant systems. In 1966, South African farmers owed debts equal to 12% of the nation's entire economy, a burden sustained by prison labor and subsidies for white landowners. Fast forward to 1994 Rwanda, where 800,000 Tutsis were slaughtered in 100 days while the world watched. Or Uganda, where Joseph Kony's Lord's Resistance Army has displaced 2 million people since 1987, the longest-running rebellion you've never heard of. Even now, the International Criminal Court convicts warlords like Oli Kushib for Darfur atrocities committed in 2003. But where are the trials for slave traders? The reparations for stolen generations? The African Union has demanded justice since 1963, not just payments, but systemic change. Because today's poverty, today's conflicts, today's fragile health systems all trace back to those 350 years of plunder. When a miner in 2025 earns less than his great-grandfather did in 1911, that's not an accident. It's the legacy of crimes without consequences.